Yo, what's going on with the viewers of the tube? Tyler here of Chico Crypto. I think I am live with you guys. How is everybody doing on this wonderful Friday morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world? Bitcoin, it is, kind of crashing. Not the greatest, start to the week. But not the worst, of course. We are holding at the 40K resistance level, which is a, good sign, you could say. I'm pulling up your guys' chat right now. One sec. There we go. Yes, and I have a special, actually, live stream today. I have a special guest who I'm going to bring on a little bit later. But first, we're going to talk about Bitcoin and why my title, the content for today is that we could be crashing by next week. So let's get into Bitcoin and talk about, Bitcoin is following the stock market. A lot of people say Bitcoin isn't correlated to the traditional markets, but if you look at the charts, it fully is. As we can see, the Dow started at 36.5, dumped down to about 34 by end of January, and then we pumped back up through February beginning, but we are back down to where we were, 34. Same with Bitcoin. We started, at 50, we dumped down to 35, and now we are starting to retrace possibly back to those lows, those end of January lows. So it is obvious Bitcoin is following the stock market. And if anyone tries to tell you that, this isn't the case, all you have to do is look at the number of SEC filings from institutional organizations and their mentions of Bitcoin. As of right now, 2022, the beginning, we had over nearly 160 SEC filings mentioning Bitcoin. I mean, you just go back 1 year to 2021, and it was only about 80, half as much. And if you go back 2020, beginning of 2020, it was only 20. So obviously, institutional investors are inside of Bitcoin and the crypto markets. They are starting to eye them, and they are starting to eye them hard. So why does this mean, it's possible Bitcoin crashes? Well, if the Dow Jones and the stock market does go down next week, Bitcoin is going to follow it because we have institutional investors in the crypto markets now. The two are correlated. So you have Wall Street and some of the largest, financial funds out there, and the people running those funds investing in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. They are going to get out of the most speculative assets first. Of course, Bitcoin and crypto is more speculative than some blue chip, stocks such as NASDAQ on the NASDAQ and the Dow Jones. Microsoft, people are going to hold that before they dump their Bitcoin. Same with some banking stocks, JP Morgan and others. They're going to hold those before they get out of crypto. They're going to stick to those and dump cryptocurrency first. So if we do see the stock market go, on Monday, and it's very possible that it does, then Bitcoin and the crypto markets are going to follow it. I'm going to check out some of your chats. What's up, everybody? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Hey, what's up, FOMO Board? Joseph Watson, A Camps, Pat Murphy. Welcome, everybody. Yo-ho, what's up? Josh and Jasper. Good to see you guys in. So now let's move on to Bitcoin and the crash and why we could be seeing another dip next week. So this is actually a fractal of the current markets posted by Blockchain Backer and the 2017 crash, right side by side. As we can see, the fractal of 2017 and what happened after its 20K peak is matching what is going on right now to a T, you guys. So as you can see, the fractal from 2017, based on today's prices, would take us down to about 35,800 at the low before another rebound, a dead cat relief bounce. But it's not only, you know, a blockchain backer and a 2017 fractal showing that we may go lower. There are big blockchain analysis, Will Clement, posting that we may see lower lows. He said BTC one day want to see a higher low set here, or else sweeping range lows is likely. Uh-oh. So why next week? Why next week could we see a dump? Well, a big contributor to this current state of the markets at the end of the week has to do with what's going on in traditional markets and what's going on in our government. So Biden actually announced that he is going to issue an executive order on crypto and CBDCs, central bank digital currencies, by next week. So this is actually kind of old news, you guys. So this actually came out in end of January, actually towards our lows that we set in January. And the White House said they're going to put themselves at the center of U.S. crypto policy. As we can see from those who broke the story, Bloomberg, they say the late-stage draft of the executive order details economic, regulatory, and national security challenges posed by cryptocurrency, said the people who asked not to be named discussing the internal deliberations. It would call for reports from various agencies due in the second half of 2022. So one such group would come from the Financial Stability Oversight Council, a group that includes heads of Washington's top financial watchdogs, looking at possible systematic impacts of digital assets. Another government report would look at illicit uses of virtual coins. Meanwhile, the directive would also require other agencies to weigh in, carving out roles for everyone from the State Department to the Commerce Department. Some of those tasks will be meant to ensure that the U.S. remains competitive as the world increasingly adopts digital assets. So, in this, Bloomberg report back in January, they were already saying that, financial and governmental groups were going to get involved with cryptocurrency. And it's actually already happening. This was just released yesterday, February 17th, and the Department of Justice announced the first director of the National Currency Enforcement Team, the NCET. So this is actually a new governmental group being formed to go after cryptocurrency. In the release from the Justice Department, they say the NCET was established to ensure the department meets the challenges posed by criminal misuse of cryptocurrencies and digital assets, and comprises attorneys from across the department, including prosecutors with background in cryptocurrency, cybercrime, money laundering, and forfeiture. The NCET will identify, investigate, support, and pursue the department's cases involving the criminal use of digital assets, with a particular focus on virtual currency exchanges, mixing and tumbling services, infrastructure providers, and other entities that are enabling the misuse of cryptocurrency and related technologies to commit or facilitate criminal activity. So a lot of this has to do with criminal activity. They're going after exchanges that aren't complying to, some of the financial regulations that we have set out, as well as some infrastructure within crypto, like tumbling services. So, as we know, Bitcoin can be tumbled. You take your Bitcoin, you send it to a tumbling address, and it splits up that Bitcoin into thousands of transactions. So, the person who did some criminal activity could actually hide, the Bitcoin that they were using. Well, this is not only on Bitcoin. There is Tornado Cash on Ethereum, which is a tumbling service. And the Tornado actually has a cryptocurrency for it, Torn. So we could be seeing them coming after these entities, including Tornado Cash. Let me get to your guys' questions and tips. Hey, Scotty P! Justin Trudeau's order to freeze bank accounts and crypto holdings, however, might end up being a good commercial for BTC. Scotty P, I agree 100%. It's already an amazing commercial for Bitcoin. What they're doing is just proving why we need Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. There's no doubt about it. So, you guys, let's talk about, the regulation that could be coming out next week, the executive order. If this regulation is going to shackle Bitcoin, it's going to shackle a lot of the services, exchanges, dApps. They go after developers. It's not going to be good, you guys. I mean, chaining Bitcoin is not going to be good in the short term. Long term, it doesn't matter, in my opinion. Bitcoin is the honey badger of money, so it will break out eventually of these chains because that's what it was destined to do. But in the short to midterm, the chains will cause the price to go down, in my opinion. But it also could be amazing for cryptocurrency, you guys. So if these regulations aren't there to necessarily stifle innovation, stifle development growth, then we are going to see actually the price possibly rise after, the initial shock of an executive order. I don't think any executive order is good news for Bitcoin in the short to midterm. Regulation, people are spooked of it, especially with how the cryptocurrency markets operate through Tether. So it could be good long term, and that's personally what I'm hoping. I don't think, the Democrats are going to go after Bitcoin and crypto this year with heavy regulations, as it is an election year. And we've seen how strong crypto lobbying can be. Whenever something bad comes after cryptocurrency, the community and people within Washington move quick to cause a stir. And they don't want that stir. Democrats are going after crypto. That just creates a large group of people that won't vote for the Democrats. So personally, I don't think that's going to happen. But there could be some shady business going on. Just in October, JP Morgan's Jamie Dimon, he shared his personal belief that Bitcoin is completely worthless. This was back in October. Well, JP Morgan, just a few days ago, was urging the need for banks to help clients invest in crypto. They are calling for global regulation, just like we're seeing. But it's not all bad, you guys. So banks want to be a bridge to Bitcoin. How to invest. This was posted by Barron's. And in the article, they say some 300 banks are planning to roll out Bitcoin trading on mobile applications in the first half of 2022, according to a report this week by JP Morgan. I think a lot of this could be FUD, for these larger institutional investors and banks that are planning to get involved in the crypto and Bitcoin markets to, grab a steal on the price. We get one last FUD storm, one last, drop down to the 30K range, the accumulation range, and then they will start scooping it up. Yeah, listen to Scotty P. Come on, Chico Army. Chico is a little funny. Thank you for calling me funny, Fromedi. Yeah, I do believe it is a little bit of FUD, and it's probably going to blow over within the next week or two. Of course, we have March coming up, and the Fed, FOMC, and the CPI data coming out right before that. So we may be, testing 30K, maybe get a little below it during that time. But once that all blows over, I think long-term, Bitcoin is going to be in a super cycle. Because there's things like this coming out, As we saw, banks are looking to build bridges with Bitcoin and allow Bitcoin trading in applications. Well, look at this. Years after calling Bitcoin rat poison squared, Warren Buffett, guess what? He just invested $1 billion into a crypto-friendly bank. So why is Warren Buffett all of a sudden flipping on Bitcoin and crypto? Because he's eventually seeing the value in it. It's not only, these crypto banks Warren Buffett's getting involved with. He's also getting involved with power companies. I've made videos on this in Nevada and across the United States who are looking to deploy on the energy web chain. So he is realizing the value of blockchain and cryptocurrency, and it's obvious he is talking through his wallet. $1 billion invested in a crypto-friendly bank. But it's not only on the American side of things, that banks and traditional financial institutions are getting involved with cryptocurrency. So a Binance exec is to lead the Crypto Expert Center by the Russian Bank Association. And guess how many banks it is? Founded in 1990, the association includes over 300 banks and financial institutions in Russia, covering nearly 90% of the country's banking infrastructure. So 300 banks, Russia, 300 banks in the US. Some of the largest banking networks are all looking at cryptocurrency. But it's not only, you know, on a banking level, it's actually on a country level that we're seeing the Bitcoin adoption storm happen. Of course, I talked about El Salvador and Russia in videos earlier in the week, but Ukraine, you know, Russia's enemy as of right now, decided to make Bitcoin legal within their borders. There is value in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency when you're not able to use the traditional financial rails. And Ukraine citizens are trading actually more crypto than fiat currency as of right now. But I do want to get back to, you know, that Bloomberg article about the executive order from our U.S. president. So it says this in the Bloomberg report. The administration is also expected to weigh in on the possibility of the U.S. issuing a government-backed coin, known as a central bank digital currency, or a CBDC, the people familiar with the talk said. So a CBDC, you guys. Well, this was just posted 2 days ago. Yellen and the White House split slows arrival of the crypto strategy. So it looks like the Treasury Department and Yellen are actually not agreeing with this executive order. From this article from Bloomberg, it says, Yellen views the plan for an executive order as unnecessary, particularly any mention of a central bank-issued digital dollar, according to two of the people. The Treasury chief and her team say that the Federal Reserve, which released a report last month, are still working on the topic and should be allowed room to develop its thinking. So actually, you know, people hate Janet Smell and Yellen on one hand, but hey, she is the hero in this situation. She's saying, hey, let's not do the executive order right now. We don't know enough and we should possibly slow it down. And there could be a possible slowdown from that, because in that same article it says, senior administration officials have now completed a draft version that is ready for Biden's consideration, though further action could be delayed because of the Ukraine crisis. Ooh, interesting, wouldn't you say? Chico getting in early on the tipping. Thanks, Joel. Bitcoin and crypto are inevitable. All we got to do is choose solid projects to DCA into during this fire sale, and no one can spot them like you. Pollo's crew. Oh, Joel is the man. Thank you so much for that tip, Joel. I got to show this picture really quick because he tipped. It's on my Twitter profile. So yeah, that's the Pollo's crew. These are actually Chico Army fan, and there's Joel right there. And there's a few of his other buddies from the area, Texas area, and they meet up and have, you know, some good lunch at the Pollos Asado Los Norteños, and yeah, they talk about crypto, and of course they're Chico crypto fans from their shirt. I thought it was super cool to see, so I appreciate you guys. So freaking awesome. So now let's talk about where I think Bitcoin and crypto could go in the next week, month, or so. Oh, another tip. Jeez. Doobie Cook! Hey, what's up, brother? I used to see you every week because I live streamed. Thank you so much for the check 500, man. You guys are freaking awesome. Oh, man. Doobie Cook is a man. Very good content on his channel as well. He has a YouTube channel. Just gotta search Doobie Cook and you will find it, and speaks a lot about crypto, of course, but also, you know, life in general, and I appreciate the life videos so much. Doobie's a wise man. So now let's talk about where I think Bitcoin is going to go in the short to midterm. So as of right now, this guy posted this chart on February 18th. And as we can see, he thinks the test is going to come down to 40,000. We're going to pump up, you know, back to 46, 45, a little bit more of a test down, and then we're going to go up to 70,000, back up in that range. So if we do go there, where is, going to be the high for this alt super cycle? Well, Crypto Seihin posted this chart with, the first halving, second halving, and now our third halving, as well as, what happened. So he thinks that we're going to hit the 0.618 range as a peak, which, hasn't happened this cycle. It happened last cycle, and it happened the cycle before. And that is going to be the top before we start coming back down. And come back down to the $30,000 range based on his chart. So from 160,000 down to 30,000, that's highly possible in my opinion. But we can't be looking, necessarily bullish. I do believe in the super cycle, and I do believe we are going to pass 100,000. I don't know about 160K, but 100,000's been on my mind for a long time. But this chart was posted in May 10th by Crypto Cloud, and he was pretty spot on. As you know, May 10th, we are shooting back up. We're at 47,000. And he posted a chart that said, we are here with this pump up. And he said the inflation is going to get out of hand. This is back on May 10th when inflation wasn't out of hand, you guys. And the Fed is forced to tighten, crashing the stock market by 80%. Well, the 80% stock market crash hasn't happened, but it's happened with some crypto assets. And he says this is a final melt-up stage for stocks where we pumped and everything. As we can see, his accumulation range, based on his chart back in May, was in between $20,000 to just above $10,000. So, on a bearish side of things, there are people thinking that we're going to go to the $10,000 range. But regarding that 20,000 mark, you guys, so we tested the 200-week MA back in the 2020 flash crash in May, as well as the bottom in the 2018 bear market. As you can see, we haven't tested that in a long time, and if you see where the 200-week moving average currently is at, it's at 19,960. So in other panic times, we have hit that 200-week MA twice in the last, 4 years. Is this going to be a third, fourth time? It's possible. So now it's time to do my own technical analysis, you guys. So I'm going to do some analysis to show you guys where the price is going to go. And this is actually real trades from me. Completely real. So we got to check that out, and we got to draw a line right here. And then we got to draw a line right here. As you can see, the trend line. Oh, why aren't you doing it? As you can see, the trend line, we are in a diagonal slope trend line. There's no doubt about that channel. The question is, are we going to break out of it? And move up to the upside. And this is actually Ethereum we're charting right now. And so are we going to break out of the channel and move up to Ethereum's $3,000 mark? Well, as you guys can see, I'm just making fun of another YouTuber right now. As you can see, it says register now to receive a 7-day premium trial and start trading with 0 fees. So who am I making fun of? I'm making fun of Carl the Moon. He got caught. Acting like he was trading, and as you can see, that pop-up came up and it said to start trading, transfer your wallet fund to contract trading account. So he was probably trading on a test net, you guys. Guys like this in the space, they act like they trade. They don't really put in the trades they're saying. They make most of their money off of you guys signing up for their shill links, Bybit, Femex, and all of that. That's why a large majority of the YouTubers have that. It is pretty lucrative to get a net under you, a pyramid under you, because you make money off of their liquidations. And then when they get people to sign up, you make money off their liquidations, so on and so forth. And these guys are at the top of the pyramid. Yeah, so that was just me making fun of the moon. Sorry, the moon, if you're watching this. Hey, Alex, Bullet. What's up, brother, man? Good to see you as well. Glad to have you in the stream, man. Crypto and culture. Chico, you pretty. Oh shoot! I thought I thought I had my special guest up already, but oh, I thought that's why you're saying that. Pero Loco, thank you for the $10 tip as well, man. Yeah, a lot of useless guys in the space. Of course, if you see a person, a crypto YouTuber launching their own project, it's most likely garbage. But now let's get into some other things that are good in the Bitcoin space. Of course, you know, we're going to have a crash, in my opinion, next week, of course, with the fear of the executive order. But the fundamentals of Bitcoin haven't ever looked this good, you guys. So the hash rate has once again exceeded the all-time high, exceeded it in late December, crashed back down, and then by middle of January, we broke back through it. And now we've smashed, you know, 200 million terahashes per second. It's amazing. We're at 211 right now. And Bitcoin mining is on fire, you guys. So NASDAQ actually listed a Bitcoin ETF, not necessarily a spot trading one, but a mining one. So mining institutions, organizations are all wrapped up into this ETF. So a person can just buy the ETF and get exposure to all these different Bitcoin mining companies. And it listed on NASDAQ on February 8th. So that is pretty massive in my opinion. But also, people are getting involved with Bitcoin mining on an individual scale. So solo miners, you guys, they are starting to join Bitcoin and join Bitcoin hard. There's a trend going on. And the big reason is solo miners are starting to find blocks. So in the month of January, there were actually 3 solo mining Bitcoin block finds. And they get a reward of 6.25 BTC. So, I mean, how much is that? It's over $250,000, you know, just from mining solo. And some of these guys only had like 86 terahashes. That's not much, especially with the new machines. But I want to talk about something and an opportunity that I'm glad all you guys are watching this channel, because this is a big opportunity for any amount of Ethereum, in my opinion. So the merge is coming. The merge is expected to come Q1, possibly Q2 2022. And when this happens, the Beacon chain proof of stake, which is running in parallel with the proof of work chain right now, but not executing any smart contracts, thus getting transaction fees, will take over fully, and it will be an executable Beacon chain, fully proof of stake, and the proof of work chain is going to shut off, meaning the miners go away. So if you haven't noticed, Ethereum and their one-day fees for transaction fees is over $220 million, you guys. So what does that mean? Well, we got to get back to the fees, you guys. Okay, 22 million. And there are actually 860 validators. More validators are jumping online as I speak. So what does that mean, you guys? Well, we got to take, you know, the over 22 million and divide it by the number of validators. And this means these fees, once it shuts off, is going to go fully to the stakers, the ones running a node. And as we can see, that's an extra $75.65 per day that are going to be going to these validator nodes. So if we times that by, you know, how many days in a month, that's $2,269 per month. That's almost a full Ethereum extra per month that these validators are going to be getting. And once the merge happens, you guys, it's fully liquid. Fully liquid, you guys. Transaction fees will be immediately available to validators after the merge. So you're going to have, you know, a pretty significant revenue stream coming in. $2,200 extra a month is not bad. So like I said, that's almost a full Ethereum per month that these validators are going to be getting. But as most of you know, you need 32 Ethereum to run a node. That is the minimum requirement. They may lower it, you know, after the merge, but as of right now, that is it. But there are options, you guys. You can stake with Rocket Pool. You can stake any amount of ETH into a Rocket Pool mini pool and get RETH. And RETH pays out based on, the rewards from the nodes. As of right now, it's only 4.33% APR, but that is going to jump. So if you do want your share of these transaction fees that will be coming to the ETH stakers, just get some RETH by joining a Rocket Pool mini pool. And this just proves my point of why you should be having custody of your ETH, even through Rocket Pool. It is the most decentralized, pooling technology out there. So you do have more control than if you sent it to a centralized exchange to stake with, such as Kraken. Kraken CEO Jesse Powell, he said this regarding the freezing of accounts and assets with their exchange. He said 100% yes, it has and will happen. And 100% yes, we will be forced to comply. If you're worried about it, don't keep your funds with any centralized regulated custodian. We cannot protect you. Get your coins and cash out and only trade P2P. I would listen to his advice, you guys. I mean, that's what he's saying, is it's going to happen and will happen. And sometimes they get it wrong. And, you might have not done anything wrong and your assets and account will still get frozen. So, in my opinion, I would get your funds and get them out of any centralized entity and get them on a hardware wallet, get them on a paper wallet, get them, as safe as they can be. And what's one of the safest ways? In your head, actually. So if you can remember your private, I don't recommend doing this. This is not a financial advice whatsoever. But not having it written down anywhere and just in your head is the safest. So now I want to talk a little bit about an altcoin. And an opportunity I see. I posted a airdrop video, and this is going to be doing an airdrop here very soon. So I already talked about this one, Zigzag Exchange, but now they say they have the reward token coming soon. Say Zigzag's token is a native protocol token, and it aggregates all fees paid into the Zigzag protocol. So by being a token holder, you're actually going to be get rewarded from the fees coming from Zigzag and the exchange. So Zigzag is a decentralized exchange powered by ZK, Zero Knowledge Technology. And this derivatives monk, he actually talked about, the misconceptions with Zigzag. A lot of people don't see its value right now because it is pretty early with ZK technology, and there isn't that much volume. And he said there's a lot of misconception. People seem to think it's another not going to make it DEX like the hundreds of others. Although you get better prices swapping ETH and WBTC than using aggregators like 1-inch matchup pair swap on mainnet Ethereum, minus the ridiculous 500 plus gas fees. So one of the biggest, reasons DYDX as of right now is doing $2.6 billion in 24-hour volume is because of the fees. When DYDX was on the Ethereum mainnet, no volume. They were struggling. Right when they started using StarkX and the fees went down, DYDX has surged. They are $2.6 billion, almost $1 billion in 24-hour open interest. And their market cap is over $500 million. I personally think this is going to happen once again for Zigzag Exchange. Once Zigzag's token comes out, it's the first really useful DEX on top of ZK proofs, and they're going to prove the value of ZKs. Because the more ZKs are used, the lower the fees goes. As of right now, I think fees on ZK Zigzag are like 20 cents. If it grows to DYDX's size, fees are going to go even lower. The bigger it gets, the lower the fees. So I would expect, DYDX's size, a penny. But now let's talk about another altcoin. So Unibright. Unibright looks like it's ranging to me. Of course, it's dropped from 250 the end of December down to under $1 right now, but it has been ranging pretty hard right now. And there are some big things coming. So David Palmer, as we can see, he's the visionary and global platform innovator for Vodafone Business and their blockchain lead. As you can see, his experience, blockchain lead, Vodafone Business IoT. Now, if you don't know who Vodafone is, they are number one, mobile company, kind of like Verizon, T-Mobile over here, but they are also massive within the IoT industry. So most of their mobile, business is over in Europe and east of the world, but they also do IoT. They're big in IoT in the States and some parts of South America, as well as Africa, Australia. Australia, they're big with phones too as well. Well, Mr. David Palmer, who is their lead of blockchain and business IoT, was on the Baseline show just a couple days ago. Let's listen in to what David had to say.
There, Charles described what really excites me about Baseline protocol and Base Ledger. It's massively important to empowering and making real the things I just described.
Let's just replay
these
that.
are the things that are have been hindered.
To assemble them into a single repository and a single data model. I think that's where these types of experiences can start to flourish without having to rip and replace or bet on one common architecture and one common data model.
And we there, Charles described what really excites me about Baseline protocol and Base Ledger.
Did you hear that? This is what really excites me about Baseline Protocol and Base Ledger. As we know, Unibright is the gas token of the Base Ledger. Interesting. Now let's just hear what David Palmer had to say a little bit earlier in the show.
What I can say is that there is a big thirst and a massive movement for the opportunity associated with these technologies now, rather than seeing it as a threat. So I think back in 2017, 18, and this seems to move with the price of crypto, right? And to be really honest, but crypto winter 2018, nobody wants to touch it, right? You're looking at it and you're looking at internal type cases. I think now, especially with every day you see a different bank accepting crypto, a different big institution investing in this, in the crypto or blockchain space. A lot of people now are scrambling to say, okay, what is the opportunity for this? Right? Where do I fit in? How can I participate? So I think there's an excitement. I'm not sure if there's clarity on how to participate because, of course, a lot of businesses were built on control points, right, and barriers to entry in the industry. So, what Web3 essentially does is removes a lot of those control points. And so a lot of businesses will have to reinvent themselves. But the opportunities, I think, outweigh that. And you're seeing a lot of businesses now investing in blockchain technology.
So as you can tell, they are excited. I actually had the wrong timestamp on that. He does say that they are building something pretty special in the space regarding, zero knowledge. But as you can see, David Palmer is excited for the Base Ledger, and he sees the opportunity that it's going to give to businesses across the globe. All right, you guys, and now it is time for a special segment. But before I get into that, I want to check out your guys' chat. Hey, Pedro Loco, again, thank you, man. Millennial Insight. Hey, Chico family, I think regulation will give a chance to privacy coins to Moon like Monero and Zcash. Waiting for you here in Lisbon, bro. I miss Lisbon so much. I want to be there. It was such a beautiful city. I want to move there. I don't know about that. Regulations, in my opinion, are probably going to come after privacy coins. I mean, like I've always said about this, privacy coins are probably the long-term most valuable out there, but in the short to mid-term, it's with regulations coming. Those will be the first ones they go after. Angel for Truth, thank you so much for the $20 tip. Thank you for keeping the facts going, Chico. Looking healthy and in great spirits. Thank you so much, Angel. Such a doll. Ardov, hey, from Slovenia. Dear brother, hope you're doing well. Thank you so much, man, for the $10 Euro tip. I appreciate that. Adam O'Brien, hey, Chico, do you still need script writers? I sent you an email with a mock script. Hope some more Chico community members can help lessen the load. I do, man. Send me another email. You don't have to rewrite the script, of course. I got a little busy with blockchain leaks, trying to get everything organized, you know, with the store. So resend me, and I will definitely check it out, man. Thank you so much. Andrew, love from Malaysia. Love right back, man. Robert Tacos, what about Magic and Marketplace Trezor? Laugh out loud. Robert Tacos, we do take tips for, you know, altcoin questions at the very end of the stream. I do want to get into my special surprise I have for everybody. It's so special. I can't wait. Did you finally buy a big batch of Pocket? Not yet. I'm waiting for this dip that I see coming, and it's probably going to scoop it up next week, depending on what happens with the markets. So as you can see, you guys, I have something about Moonsama. If you guys don't know what Moonsama is, it is a metaverse project built around Minecraft and Moon River and Kusama. So it is a NFT-based metaverse where you can deploy not only characters, but also NFT items into their metaverse and play with them. And I have a special guest that we're going to talk about Moonsama and more with me right now. Everybody, say hi to RiRi.
Hey, King Chico. Hello, everybody. Happy Friday.
I hope everybody is excited to have RiRi on the channel. First time I've had a crypto babe on the channel, so excited to have you here.
I'm excited to be here. This is fun.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So before we get into, you know, Moonsama and checking out that metaverse, let's, you know, do a little interview with you. How does that sound?
I would love to.
All right. So we know you are a Kusama Polkadot mama, I could say.
I am a Kusama mama, yeah.
Yeah. So what do you like most, you know, about Polkadot, you know, first of all? And what do you see as the benefits of it over Ethereum?
So, I mean, DOT's a pretty big topic, but what drew me into it initially is it really fits with my beliefs in terms of like governance and functionality and really its democratic nature, right? So token holders do have complete control over the protocol. Privileges are given to DOT holders instead of like, say, miners like other platforms. It's interoperable. It's really part of DOT's fame is its, you know, interoperability. I like that it's cross-chain. And, you know, and each of these parachains brings huge value and it can focus really, each parachain can focus on its building because DOT already provides the security. So it's really nice because you have all these very special projects that are able to really focus on what they do best. And because of this, you know, you have these projects like GameFi, DeFi, Metaverse, NFTs, and that all happens really well. So that's kind of what I love about the DOT ecosystem in general. Over ETH, and I mean, nothing against ETH at all, but personally, I like how DOT is fast, is a big part of it. So, I mean, you're looking at 166,000 transactions per second. And I think I've heard, actually, I'm going to have to fact check this, but I do believe I heard possibilities of up to 1 million in the future, but don't quote me on that. So I also like that it's generally cost effective in relation to ETH, and especially with, you know, decentralized exchanges. It has an incredible community. Like I love DOT's community. That's probably one of my favorites. So yeah, that's kind of just mostly what I like about it. I mean, ETH is great too. It has high adoption rates, largest blockchain platform, and it houses its fair share of DeFi and NFTs. But I'm a DOT girl.
Oh, hey, I'm a DOT boy. After I interviewed Gavin Wood in December or November, like, meeting him was probably what changed my mind over DOT and Kusama over Ethereum. I knew it was the next evolution.
That would literally, I think I'd be shaking if I could speak to the doctor, the king and doctor.
I didn't have time to shake. That's the thing. It's literally, I was out at a lunch dinner, you know, and next thing I know, Mark comes in and he says, "You're interviewing Gavin Wood in 15 minutes. I'm like, what? I had no time to prepare or anything. It was crazy.
Hey, it's pretty special to be on the Chico show too, you know?
Yeah, no, it was cool. He knew who I was and everything, and so that kind of made me feel.
I meant me being on your show. I feel grateful to be on your show too.
Well, I'm grateful to have you here, and I'm sure a lot of the Chico army is too. Let's see. Yep. Mama, ring it. Damn. That's what everyone's saying. So yeah, they're happy. So now let's talk about something that makes me happy is Kusama. As you know, Moonsama is built on Kusama. So, you know, why do you like Kusama in regards to the crypto ecosystem?
Well, you know, I think I love Kusama, and I think that it's undervalued still. Like, I mean, it's been around, but I still feel like it's got this, you know, undervalue thing going on when it should have so much more value. So, you know, KSM is quick and easy to make changes on. It's basically its own ecosystem. So it's very special, and I think it's easier too to like experiment on, which is great because it works together with DOT, right? And it allows DOT to focus on increased security, which we kind of talked about before, given the whole parachain thing. So some projects don't need that increased security of DOT, and they remain on Kusama, and it's great. I mean, it's less expensive in terms of renting and building space, which allows for more options for different projects. And these chains communicate with each other, which helps DOT avoid congestion, which is a big thing, right? So I don't know. I think KSM just deserves all the praise. They're fantastic parachains on KSM, and some of them will stay there. So yeah, I love Kusama.
Yep, me too. Me too. I love the Canary network idea. You know, let's have a live network with monetary consequences, and let's let people experiment before, you know, transferring over to the main enterprise Polkadot chain.
Well, yeah, absolutely. And it just allows Polkadot to do what it's supposed to do also, right? So it's kind of like a team function.
Exactly. They work in parallel with each other.
Yeah, you bet.
All right, so now let's talk about one of my favorite projects in the Kusama DOT ecosystem. They are their own ecosystem as they're creating the first pair relay chain. What do you think about Energy Web and what they're trying to do?
So Energy Web actually, Tyler, for me is new. And I am brand new to this project. I just started looking into it. I do feel behind though, because it's a very liked project. I think people are really excited about it. So I was going to say to you, shill me EWTO mighty Tyler. But,
okay.
But basically I've looked into, they have a relay chain coming up, a para relay chain, which I thought was really cool. And that's basically another relay chain on top of Polkadot. And I think it was Jesse that spoke about that actually, didn't he, in a Spaces chat, and the whole what if different countries had parachains and different energy companies were maintaining these parachains, right? So it's application specific. But yeah, it sounds interesting. I mean, it's a brand new project for me, so I don't know an incredible amount about it, but I'm excited to learn.
Yeah, well, I mean, the main thing Energy Web is trying to do is to democratize energy trading, to create local energy communities that become their own energy companies, you know, take over the energy companies so they can trade it with each other and then trade to other energy communities and bypass, you know, the traditional avenues of energy trading.
Yeah, and I mean that does solve a lot of problems too, you know, like I was kind of hearing you talk on Test Talks actually, which I was on last night with you just very briefly, but
was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. But just talking about, you know, like what if there was a blackout and all this kind of stuff, like it does solve a lot of issues there for sure.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. So now I want to talk about the interoperability of parachains, because these parachains aren't necessarily just going to host one application. I mean, a lot of people think that. They're actually going to be able to work interoperable with each other to create applications. So could you talk about that a little?
Yeah, so parachains, and I mean, I'm not the most techie person, so I'm going to kind of explain this in layman's terms, but parachains are in basically what's called an XCM format, and I don't know much about XCM. I'm not going to pretend I do, but basically there is a reason I'm not building a parachain, and it's for that reason, but my understanding is basically that it allows parachains to communicate through message passing, right? So, and Polkadot is also building bridges to other chains, so you have all these forms of messaging messaging, communication, where they can all work together. And I think that's kind of where we talk about interoperability, right? So this all contributes to a healthy ecosystem, and even past that, a healthy network of blockchains in general, because when you talk about bridges, then now you're bringing in other things like bridging to, Bitcoin and Ethereum, et cetera. So the more tech working together, the better is how I view it.
Oh, me too. And that's what I love about Polkadot is this was meant to be interoperable. The shared security of these parachains means that messages, like you said, can be passed back and forth, and there is no constriction. There is no, blocks that get delayed. The block will be produced every 2 to 6 seconds.
Absolutely.
Messages go through.
Yeah, so, just like you and me, chatting away.
So my next question is a little more personal one. We're going to get a little personal.
Woo!
So what's
I'm
your
ready.
favorite Gavin Wood feature?
Okay, well, Mamacita.
Oh,
okay,
Mamacita.
Okay. Well, if you just mean like, what's my favorite feature about him as a human? I just view him as this genius human. I mean, Dr. Gavin Wood, who really wants to push this blockchain and its technology forward without getting caught up in the political maximalism mentality that exists in different parts of the crypto space. So he's just he really drives forward this idea of cross-chain interoperability, community, putting the power back in the hands of the community. And kind of hence what I said about the democratic nature of Polkadot. So he just seems to me, he's just really ultra focused on technology and community rather than competition. And he does this so seamlessly. I also like his idea of having a diverse group of chains that can coexist in one ecosystem, which is kind of the whole parachain idea that we were talking about. So he's really quite the inspiring guy. And I mean, to be fair, actually, I had a good laugh because people have this weird rumor that Gavin Wood is Donnie and they're the same person with 2 different alter egos. But anyways, both very community driven men, both with big brains and undying work ethic, but different people. So that's how I feel. I love Gavin.
You love Gavin. No, but I meant what's your favorite physical feature?
Oh, my favorite physical feature. Mamacita. I like all of Gavin. Gavin, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10? You give Gavin a 10? Oh, yeah.
I give Gavin a 10.
Especially with that Mamacita hat. When I saw that picture, I was like, oh, my God. Now I like this guy even more.
The hat is, yes. You know what? Actually, good steez, Gavin. Good steez.
Yes. Yeah. So now my next question is personal as well, but getting into yourself. So what is your background? What'd you do before crypto? How'd you get into crypto? And what are you doing now? What's your plans for the future?
So, okay, before crypto wasn't all that long ago for me, actually. My career before crypto was nursing, if you can believe it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, and I worked in acute care, palliative care, post-op and medicine. And I actually loved it. There was not I didn't hate it and that's why I left or anything. I love connecting with people and it's always been a passion of mine, but basically, it just didn't fit with me anymore. And I think I was, kind of overexhausted mentally, physically, emotionally, and, just kind of ready to learn something new. But I'm so grateful for the experience and I really wouldn't trade it for anything. In terms of getting into crypto, there was really a few reasons I got into crypto. So first of all, we talked about my struggle in nursing and I needed to find another avenue there. But yeah, I think that all made me take a step back and really look at the possibilities. And I heard about crypto first, Chico, maybe 10, it wasn't right at the beginning, maybe 10 years back or so. It was the first time I spoke about it with someone and started having a conversation on the topic. But I didn't believe it. I'm no joke. I was a fudder. I was a huge fudder. And I think humans a lot of the time don't change by nature. But I started thinking about the technology evolving and, that there could be a better way to do things, et cetera. So I really started liking the idea of decentralization. And then probably about 2 years ago, I made my first investment into Bitcoin, like everybody.
Yep, that's the first step.
Like everybody. I didn't really know what I was doing, honestly, at that that time, but I just kind of put it there and leave it mentality. So that was my first crypto experience. And then I had a friend of mine, Altfather on Twitter. I'm following him. I don't know if you want to click on the link eventually, but anyways, he nudged me to say, you got to check out the ecosystem. So he was responsible for me like really diving into the DOT ecosystem. So I thank him for that for sure.
Yeah. So now what's your future plans? What are you doing right now? And, you know, what are your plans for the future?
Yeah. I mean, I'm doing everything. I'm doing everything I feel like I can handle at this very current moment. So, I mean, I'm with my girls, Steph, Tess, on a group called Women in Crypto. So we created this kind of a Telegram community, and it led into basically a Twitter space. And now it's just kind of evolving. So it's becoming this whole community. We are going through some rebranding there, which is actually really fun and creative. If you're looking for it, it's probably an underscore. I don't know if I have that there. Yeah, there you go. So we are going through a rebranding where we're changing the name and kind of working with the community on that. But yeah, basically this is kind of, it's gotten pretty big so far. So our Telegram group is growing and we're doing AMAs, all sorts of stuff, hopefully events soon, maybe some charity work down the road. So that's fun. And then I'm also doing a weekly talk show with Adam and Tess again, and Panopticus, which is basically about the houses of Rome, and that's called the Rome Forum. I'm also launching my streaming platform this week. There's lots happening right now.
Oh yeah, there it is, you guys. So no, she is launching on Twitch, you guys. RiRi is going to be streaming Moonsama content, eventually Exosama content, which we're going to talk about in a bit. So give her a follow. The link for her Twitch channel is in the description. All of you on here, if you don't do it, you're a piece of crap. No, I'm just kidding. Do it if you want to, but I would do it because she's very funny. You know, a lot of the stuff she's going to be covering is going to be important in the future, you know, and she's a beginner herself. So watching a beginner become advanced is how you also go from beginner to advanced.
Yeah, I'm a noob. Come noob out with me. It's fun.
And then also, you guys, I do have her Twitter here as well. That is also in the link as well, or in the description. The link's down there. So give her a follow on Twitter, Twitch, and as well as her YouTube channel. I'm probably going to be going on her channel as well soon. So definitely give her a
Yes, Chico, come on my channel. Thanks for dropping that.
Oh yeah, of course. My next question is about Moonsama. So we are talking about you streaming that. So what is Moonsama, you know, just give a quick breakdown and then talk about the Carnage events and how much you can earn in those events just for playing the game.
Yeah, so I mean, this is huge. I'm really excited about Moonsama. It's definitely, I would say, like, yeah, it's my favorite right now. Like I went full bore when I went into Moonsama. So basically it's the first NFT marketplace on Moon River. So, and I mean, these things were minted originally for one mover, and floor now is like 325 plus mover for these Moonsamas because they have so much utility, and it could even be higher by the time, you know, since I've looked at that last. But basically Moonsama launched a Minecraft metaverse play to earn game, right? So there's a few different servers within Minecraft you can bridge your Moonsama to, or your VIP ticket, depending on what you have. They're seasonal, Canary, Carnage, you know, and what I like about it is a few things. I mean, the Canary server has like, it's super cool because it's a lot of faces from like around the community. It's very city style. There's McDonald's in there, like, but it's McDonald's, right?
That's awesome.
Yeah, so a ton of really cool builds, and then you have seasonal with land plots, more faces from the community. I'm gonna, you know, go in there. Well, I'm in there basically every night right now. And then Carnage is a play to earn, so that's the one we want to talk about. But basically, it's where you go into the server every Sunday for 2 hours and you mine resources. So I'm trying not to die, of course, but you know, and then those resources are exported to your wallet, which is really cool, as ERC20 tokens. And then if you like with those tokens, they can be used to craft boxes which contain different items, so like weapons, etc., that can be exported into the game. So people are making, it's so cool, and people are making really good money this way. So okay, like for instance, if I'm going to give you an example, I'm a total noob. Okay, last Carnage I died I think 5 or 6 times, if I'm really totally honest with you. Like I was not doing well. Okay. And the last 5 minutes of carnage, I mined my life away a bunch of stone, and I still walked out with the equivalent of what would be about 500 USD.
Nice.
And now, and that was just for 2 hours being like a
$250 an hour. That's good money.
Yeah, and I mean, other people are walking out. Like, I think I've heard people say that they walked out with well over 1,000 or equivalent of 1,000. So, you know, think about that. This is replacing jobs for 2 hours on a Sunday.
Yeah, that's amazing. That is
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
So actually, we are going to have a little surprise. I am going into the Moonsama universe with RiRi here in a second. But before we get into that, I want to discuss Exosama, the next evolution of Moonsama on Polkadot. Could you explain that a little and what you know?
Yeah, so I mean, you hit the nail on the head there. Exosama is the next development, right? So Moonsama is still the core, but Exosama now, right? So it hasn't launched yet, but basically it's an extremely advanced NFT collection. So, and I mean, it's like I want to say the first, I'm pretty sure it's the first upgradable NFT project. So like this is big because they're doing things nobody else is doing. So they're using Remark 2.0 standards. And I mean, Remark hits different. You know that we've talked about Remark together before. Bruno and his team are incredible. And I've spoken actually with Yuri, the CTO, in a previous interview. But this particular project is on DOT now. So Moonsama is on Moon River and on KSM. And then this is on DOT with Glimmer, so with Moonbeam. It's basically 10,000 NFTs. These NFTs evolve over time. They own and equip each other. You can switch out weapons, accessories, bikes, pets. Like, oh yeah, the motorbikes are super cool. But they're composable, multi-chain, multi-resource, multiverse. And he's even created these like NFT eggs that you basically care for. Like you care for them, you mother them.
Nice.
Yeah, and then they hatch.
Kind of like a Tamagotchi. But
like a Tamagotchi. Oh, we both aged ourselves there. But basically they hatch and then there's a reveal. And what you do in the metaverse dictates the on-chain results of these eggs. So it's really cool. And then basically they're doing a metaverse, you know, browser-based cyberpunk RPG. And there's tweets about 3D multiplayer metaverse. And then there's also 2D game being launched. So yeah, Donnie's hired a whole gaming studio. I mean, there's an art director for Disney, Mr. Luigi Lucarelli, who is doing the art, like a Disney artist. Like, it's unreal.
That is unreal. Wow, Donnie is a man.
So, yeah.
Donnie is the man. He's moving at an extremely quick pace, too, you guys. There's a lot of, you know, he doesn't want to launch stuff until he has something built and playable, and I respect the heck out of that, because there's YouTubers out there who are doing NFT money grabs, and then they say, oh, our game is not going to release till 2023, 24. It's like, come on.
He doesn't walk, Chico, like he runs. I can't keep up. I do my best.
Yeah.
Lots of news.
It's hard. So now you want to jump in to Moonsama? Cool.
Let's do it.
This is going to be fun, you guys. So let me get that up.
Me too. I'm coming.
All right.
Okay, we're jumping into the seasonal server.
So I do get to play, you guys. This is an NFT. This is our Moonsama NFTs as our skin.
There you are.
There's RiRi. Hey. Kind of cool, huh?
So funny. So you have glasses. If you press, I don't know if you're in what person you're in, but if you press F5 twice, they should be able to see what your bird looks like. Did it work?
Oh yeah. Hey.
Yeah. So there he is.
I got glasses.
Look at Baba Me says, Chico Crypto, welcome.
Hey, Baba Me. What's up, brother man? This is so cool.
Yay. Yeah, totally. So I'm going to take you somewhere cool. Okay.
Yeah.
So I had a you're going to follow me. I don't know if you can see me. I'm over here.
Oh yeah, I can follow you.
Okay, wait. Did I go the right way? Yes. Yes, I did. Did I? Where are we? Sorry, one sec. Yes, we are. Okay, good. We're here. Okay, so basically a friend of mine or a community member that I hope considers me his friend now was so nice and helped me build something for you. So if you click on this guy.
Yeah.
And then I want you to meet me in Walrus District. Did it work?
How do I click on him?
Okay, you should just, I believe, left click.
Left click.
Can you click on him?
Do I have to be in a different view?
No, you should just be able to.
Oh, wait.
Oh, right, sorry, right click. I got my rights and lefts mixed up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so on the bottom row, on the very right, it says Walrus District.
Okay. Click to
click
travel.
there. Yeah, and we're gonna land in, here we are in Walrus District. Okay, so come follow me. I'm so excited.
I'm excited too. I love surprises.
So my friend Beanie and I built you this.
What?
Look at this. Go up close and read the sign, Chico.
That is so cool. Statue of Chico Crypto, you guys.
So you are a Roman soldier in the metaverse right now. We couldn't figure out how to get you a beard. So if you see that little black piece under your chin, that was my noob addition to make a beard for you.
It works. It works. That is amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I'm immortalized in the Moonsama universe.
Yes, you are in there forever. And the cool thing is, like, if Rome ever, or when Rome builds their game, it can actually be transported, Beanie was saying. So you could really pop up anywhere. Like we could take you with us.
Whoa.
Which is so cool. Yeah.
Put me in your metaverse pocket.
Yeah, bring Chico everywhere. We love Chico. So you can kind of see around the area, but people have built some cool things and it's all community, right? So it's pretty neat.
Wow.
But yeah.
And so to build, do you need to have resources to actually build some of this stuff?
Yeah, so if we go, I believe you have a Moonsama egg in your hand. Okay, so if you just, while you're standing here, press and hold your right click button, we'll go back to the beginning.
Okay.
It just takes you right back because it's cool. You have special powers, you can teleport. And that's because you're in Moonsama Minecraft, so that's special to hear. But basically, you can see these little, are you here with me?
Oh, no, I'm the right click one?
Right click and hold. I saw you holding it up there. You should have it.
I'm holding.
Here, I'll come get you. I'm coming to save you. Well, basically, anyways, okay, so you go into those little portals, right? And they're like those little purple portals, and they take you into the universe where you can mine. Hey, Chico.
Hey.
You're so cute. Bird's so cute.
Thank you. You are too.
But you can mine and collect your resources. The nice thing about this server, it's not carnage. And people don't try and kill you in here. So you mine your resources and you can build with those resources, right? So you have to buy a land plot in the metaverse, but after that, you can build whatever you want. So people get really creative. They're quite advanced in here. I don't have a land plot, but I would like to have a land plot. So, I mean, you can even see, like, if we were to run over here, like this place is like, look at this tree fort. Are you okay back there? Sorry.
I'm good. I'm following.
You're following. Nice. But yeah, so like look at this tree fort here. Do you see it?
Oh,
From
wow.
back here?
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's cool stuff. I rode a roller coaster on here recently.
Did you? What? I tried to hit you and it says, hey, sorry, you can't PvP here.
Yeah, you can't. See?
Oh, that's...
Let's fight. I'm fighting you anyway. Oh,
there goes Bruce. What's up, Bruce?
Bruce! Oh, Bruce Lee! Thanks,
Hey.
he just gave you food.
Well,
Bruce Lee just gave you food.
How do I... Oh, yeah, he did. Thank you, Bruce.
Yeah.
Such a nice guy. It's very nice to see you.
Thanks for coming, Bruce.
Yeah.
I like Bruce. I talk to Bruce sometimes on the Telegram chats.
So what is what's your favorite place inside of here? Is it this Chico statue?
Yeah, well, obviously, I built it with Beanie. Come on. Yeah, it is. And then there's also Loquito Academy. So, yeah, Loquito Academy is basically, and we can just run around here, but if you want to.
Oh, thanks, Bruce.
Bruce is...
I'll take all your cookies.
Bruce wants you to keep warm for the winter. That is for sure. He just wants you to load up. Yeah, so basically there's also Loquito Academy. So that's where they kind of teach you... about Minecraft and how to play, so that like when you go into Carnage, you're just like really, a lot better or good at it, off the get-go. So that's pretty cool too. And then, yeah, I like the other server also just because Canary, just because McDonald's. I love McDonald's. And there's a McDonald's in here too, actually.
Oh, really? Can you get a hamburger?
You can go up in order. That's why. Let's see if you can get your little moon to work. Oh, it's in your wrong hand. Okay, I see your issue. Press E.
Press E.
Yeah, and then see the thing that says runestone. It should be beside your screen.
Yeah.
On the right. Yeah, move that to your very lower bar, the long one that's only like one square at a time.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where the bread is and stuff. Okay, move it there. Okay, now press E again. Okay, and make sure now okay, now scroll to it on your screen so that you're holding it in your hand. See how I'm changing? If you just scroll on your mouse.
Okay, yep, got it.
Yeah, so do it. Yeah. Okay, now press and hold on your right. Yeah, there you go. See, we're teleporting.
Yeah, figured it out. Thank you.
Yeah, we're teleporting. So now basically
we landed right on top of each other.
Yeah, so here we are. This is so there's McDonald's. Look, come. There it is. See?
Oh, McDonald's. I want some food,
Hi,
brother.
Moonsama. Yeah, totally. So now click on him. He'll talk to you. Right click.
Right. Oh yeah, right click. Welcome to McDonald's.
Yeah.
Let me try. Ooh, I have a cigarette.
You have a cigarette. So some of the Moonsamas have a cigarette. Actually, Chico, follow me outside McDonald's and let's take a selfie quickly before this is over. So you don't have to do anything. I will do the selfieing. I just gotta get a good view of us here. Oh, there we are. So cute. Screenshots. There we go. We did it. And Mom Sam was feeding us at the same time. Perfect. Yeah. So I'm just really happy that Chico has dropped in to play with us, you guys. So
I'm excited to be here. This is cool. I'm gonna have to do it more often. And next Carnage event, you guys, is Sunday, so you can actually, earn within the Moonsama universe. Do you have to have a Moonsama NFT?
You don't. So for Carnage, you can have a VIP ticket or a Moonsama NFT, right? And then basically you bridge it into the metaverse. But yeah, you can have either or. I mean, Moonsamas always have a little bit of a better privilege, right? And Donnie's really good that way because he really takes care of his community and the people that support him. But you can definitely play with a VIP ticket. I mean, you can still earn. You can still, you can do everything. So it's awesome. You do benefit a little better with a Moonsama for sure. And I think rightfully so, given that it is a little bit more of an investment. But I mean, the thing is, Moonsamas get you so much, right? So it was one of my best investments ever, and I'm really excited about it.
Oh yeah, this is amazing. I like that we're like talking to each other.
I know we are. This is how we're doing our interview.
This is how we should have done the whole thing.
We should have done the whole thing this way.
I hope everyone's liking what's going on. I haven't checked the chat, so let's see what everyone's saying.
Yeah.
Well, Chris A said he's looking forward to Edgeware's upcoming Kusama parachain. Okay, I'm excited too. Kalis Anjajar. Hey Chico, what's the best way to take care of coins out of exchanges since Ledger Nano S doesn't support a lot of coins, only big coins? You got to get the wallet for it, my friend. Oh man, lots of... Scotty Pease, thank you so much for the $20 tip, man. He said, thanks, RiRi, for coming on today's stream. People always ask why more chicks aren't into crypto. And then I read the comments here in the chat. Mystery solved. Act like you've seen a hot gal before, Chico. Come on.
Oh, dear Lord.
You should... Scotty P says, you should buy her one of those name a star after her thingies to pay her back. What do you mean by that? What's that?
Oh, I know what he means. Well, that's nice. He sounds like a very nice guy. It's one of those things where you name a star after somebody. I got you, Scott. I got you, Scotty. I got you, Scotty.
Sorry, guys. My chat's freaking out a little bit right now. Let me reopen this. Restore that chat. But yeah, you guys, if you want to come join the Moonsama universe, build your own plot of land, you know, play the carnage events, play to earn. Of course, you know, Moonsama NFT is going to be one of the better ways to do it, but they do have VIP tickets so you can play. And as you can see, this isn't even one of the carnage events. This is just, you know, the hangout season where people are in the game. We have lots of people playing, so this is an active community. I mean, there's actually...
They're giving you gifts. It's so cute. They're all running up and trying to give you gifts.
This is crazy. Thank you. Thank you, Harley, Moonsama, Alex. You guys are amazing.
Cute. That's adorable. I love that.
All right, so...
Yeah.
I might have skipped a few paid comments, you guys. I didn't mean to. My chat started freaking out. So, but now, you know, I do want to get to questions for, you know, our viewers. And I wanted some viewers to ask you some questions as well. Of course, you guys, you can ask me some questions, or you can ask RiRi some questions, you know. And we're going to try our best to answer, you know, altcoin, blockchain, life, whatever you feel. And yeah, we'll answer to our best of our ability. And thank you so much, RiRi, for taking me in and building me that statue. Now I have to.
You're welcome.
I have to go in there and build my own for you.
Oh my! Well, I was a little forceful by building it for you, wasn't I? But I'm happy you could come in. I'm happy you could come in. It was fun.
That was so awesome. All right. Well, and Eric Duran says Pocket Node NFT equals Pocket Rocket. All righty. I like that. Thank you for the tip, Eric. Oh, yeah. Thank you guys. They're all saying great job, RiRi and Chico. What game is this? So what game is this, RiRi?
Moonsama, you guys! It's Moonsama! Rewind when this comes out. There's lots about it.
Yeah, so if you want to find Moonsama, you just go to Moonsama. Search it in Google, and literally it'll come up, you guys.
Yeah, and they're really active on their Twitter, too. Like, you get all the latest updates and everything like that. So definitely check out. It's at Moonsama NFT on Twitter.
Oh, wow, Nate. I just got hated on. Love your program, but let's be honest, she's much better looking. Oh, and go Bitcoin.
Oh, come on, you guys. Chico's a handsome guy.
I know, I'm pretty handsome.
Yeah, you are. Don't listen.
So a Clayton Lee is asking, or a Clayton Lane, have you ever looked at Wilder World Metaverse?
I haven't, actually. I've kind of... I don't know, maybe that wasn't intended for me, but I've kind of seen Decentralized a little bit. But honestly, I'm all in Moonsama Minecraft, and when Exosama comes out, I will be primarily in there as well. But yeah, let's check it out.
Yeah, it looks like they're almost kind of trying to do something like Canaria. There's a bird there. It looks like it's built on ETH. No, I haven't checked it out either. Like I've said, you guys, my metaverse NFT involvement, it goes about as deep as this. Of course, you know, creating content for you guys based on the crypto markets is my #1 priority. And trying to, you know, get involved with the NFT metaverse space takes a lot of time. But there are a few that I'm interested in. And like I said, Moonsama is one of those. So I will be bringing more content on that. All right, so a GCT prompt asks, if I want to keep my ETH safe, but being able to avoid high fees, what would you recommend? Polygon, Arbitrum, or Loopring? Is that a question for me?
I don't have a whole ton to say about it, because like I said, I am basically at this point a ecosystem maxi. So yeah.
Well, I would recommend personally, if you want to save fees and have the most liquidity and probably the most robust, you know, layer 2 ecosystem, I would go with Arbitrum out of the ones you listed. They have 3.5 billion TVL and the most applications on top of them. And then probably, what was your next one? Polygon. Polygon, the thing I don't like about Polygon is the keys are secured by a select group of people who they won't make public. So that freaks me out a little bit, you guys. I would definitely be weary of that. So let me check out. So this is a question for you, RiRi. Are there any Kusama or Polkadot projects you're particularly excited about besides the ones you're involved with right now?
Yeah, so I mean, I think actually almost all or most of the projects that I'm invested in at all or that I support are on KSM. So I mean, Chico knows about Kilt.
Yes.
And I mean, Moon River and Remark are kind of my big ones, and then Rome is newer for me. That's kind of in relation to the Moon River thing. That's a newer one for me, but those are kind of my favorites. I mean, my strategy is long term, so I've had these projects for a little while now, other than Rome, which has been fairly new for me. So yeah, I'm holding and still holding, and yeah, they're my fave. Love them.
Awesome. Yeah,
Kilt's impressive.
Kilt excites me because, I mean, like I mentioned on Tessa's show, there's 7.4 billion people in this world. And how many IoT devices, machines are in this world? I mean, the use case for Kilt goes beyond just humans. It goes into the machine world as well. So that's going to be massive.
Well, yeah, banks, governments, it's going to be, I mean, yeah, we talked about this. I mean, it's kind of like one of those trickling things where, you know, once it starts, I just feel like it's going to be like blast off.
Yep, agreed.
Yeah, that's how I feel. So I'm really excited to see. And I mean, Ingo's a really cool guy too. Very smart, very smart.
So, Scotty P. Crypto is asking, is this the same thing that Kusama did a sneak video peek of a while back? For some reason, I thought it was Mars, or am I all messed up? Are you talking about Moonsama? Because, yeah, Moonsama is only in the Minecraft universe and not on Mars. The only thing I can think in relation to Mars is possibly Robonomics and their Mars project they did. They proved that Kusama Polkadot tech could work for controlling a Mars rover. I mean, one of the hardest parts about, you know, that is if you have a blockchain node like Kusama or Polkadot node on Mars or even the moon, and you have one here on Earth, the rotations of the planet is going to mess up the timing. Because of the nature of Polkadot, and it's not a transactive based model, you can actually edit timings, you know, between blocks and transactions, and you can make them sync with each other. And Robonomics actually proved that that was possible. That's the only thing I could think of, Scotty P.
I wouldn't mind talking to Robonomics, actually. It's an interesting project.
You know, Robonomics is an amazing team.
Yeah.
They've been developing and working with smart contracts probably for the longest out of any of the Polkadot Kusama teams. They started first on Ethereum, but the limitations, you know, they learned that quickly. And they started on Ethereum back in 2016. Just a year.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay,
just a
so
year.
a while ago.
Yeah, just a year after it came out. I mean, Ethereum only came out in 2015.
I know it feels, I don't know why, but it feels like cryptocurrency's been around forever, but it really has not.
It's because crypto, time in crypto moves faster than time in the real world. So a year in crypto is about, you know, 20 days in the real world. You know?
Yeah, actually, that is so true. That is so true.
It's 100% true.
This is why I only sleep 4 hours a night, though, because honestly, I feel like if I sleep longer, I miss so much. Like, you turn off anything about crypto for like longer than a few minutes, and I feel like I've missed everything.
Yep,
it's nuts. Yeah,
I know. So this is actually a good question. Himanshu Zarbade, he asks, "How do I create interest in my girl for crypto?" This is a great question for you.
I don't think like, honestly, this is just my opinion, but I don't think it matters whether like the interest isn't really male versus female. It's just got to be a topic that really you want to learn about. And I don't think that you know, everybody's gonna love it right away either. I mean, if you think about what I said kind of earlier, is I didn't really believe or like it either, but maybe just learning about what her, you know, her interests are and finding that within cryptocurrency. So, I mean, you know, somebody that's maybe more prone to be visual and artistic is going to like the NFT metaverse side, and maybe somebody that does better with like numbers and finances is going to like that side. So I think it's just like kind of, you know, deciding what her niche is. But I mean, you can't force anybody either. And I think, you know, if it's something she shows interest in, then help her, and if not, maybe in the future.
Yeah, I agree 100%. The person's got to find their own interest. You can't really force it on top of someone.
Exactly.
All right. Hey, there's Hank. Hey, Hank. So,
hi, Hank.
Hey, Hank wants to say hi to everybody.
Hank.
So, have you ever heard of Unique Network? They will have freemium games on the blockchain, sponsored transaction fees, subscriptions, scheduled transactions. Their Canary Network Quartz won a Kusama parachain. Actually, I haven't heard of you. I have heard of Unique, but I haven't dove in deep. I don't know exactly what they do. But are they one of the latest to win a Canary Network on Kusama?
I don't know much about Unique either. I know the name, and I've maybe clicked on it a few times, but I have definitely not researched it before.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Miguel Costa, he says, "Don't know who she is, and I don't mean to be disrespectful in any way, but she is so cute."
Well, thank you. That's nice. I'll take the compliment.
What are we talking about here? Justin Hall just got here. Well, we have been talking about Kusama, Polkadot, and Moonsama. We actually played the game, Justin, and it was pretty dang fun. Mm-hmm. I got to see...
Well, we didn't really play, but I showed you around.
Yeah,
so that was
showed me around.
Yeah.
This Sunday, I do plan on playing in the Carnage event, possibly recording it to post some content on the channel.
Oh, perfect. I'm excited for that. I'll be recording it too.
Show her the money you made. What are your thoughts on Unibright? So have you ever heard of Unibright?
To me? I don't know. Nope, I don't know Unibright.
No, well, my thoughts on Unibright are what I talked about in the stream earlier. They have Vodafone looking at them, and Vodafone is massive in the IoT space as well as the mobile SIM card, mobile network space. I mean, billions of people actually utilize Vodafone daily. So,
is this a newer project, Chico?
No, Unibright's actually been around since 2017.
Oh, there you go. See?
Yeah.
This is how in tune I am with what I do.
No, Unibright, they're not a sexy project. They're really focused on enterprise adoption. So it's one of those kind of like Energy Web too. Ones that is fundamentally the best in the space, but the prices aren't reflecting it.
Gotcha.
Eventually it will. Eventually. All right. How about this question for RiRi? Why do you think Bitcoin will crash or pump, and where to?
I mean, okay, this is just my personal take. So, I mean, everything in crypto, you can kind of do research and, check charts and do all this stuff. And, but at the end of the day, it is speculation. I mean, we don't have a crystal ball, right? And I feel like there's just so much that can externally affect the market. I mean, the events going on outside and in the world right now are massive and huge and have impact. So, I mean, I would never say for sure whether, how we're going to go. It does seem like I can definitely see what Chico's been saying his whole episode so far. I mean, I can definitely see this having, being impacted now, but I ultimately feel in the long run, I feel like Bitcoin is going to have its run. But that's just how I feel. I mean, who knows, really? Yeah.
No one knows. And if anyone, even some of the best like analysts in the space, like Will Clemente, Willy Woo, Plan B, these guys were completely wrong. Just like everyone. You can't be right 100% of the time. But you can be right 75% of the time,
Chico Styles!
Yeah, that's what I try to do. At least 75% of the time. I'm wrong. Like, I've made some bad calls in the space, just like anyone. But for the most part, I think I've made the right calls.
Yes, you make good calls for sure.
So, here's the next question. This is for you. Do you know that I want to fight Charles Hoskinson?
What?
You know?
You do? What?
Yeah. So Charles Hoskinson's the founder of Cardano.
Yeah. Yes.
I was actually supposed to fight him in a boxing match, like before the
Like-
pandemic
like
broke out.
Like, this is real?
Yeah, this is real.
Really?
Yeah.
That's news to me. Okay,
Yeah.
tell me about this.
Let me see if I can find it. Chico Crypto, Charles Hoskinson fight. See, here's a guy talking about it. 2 years ago. This is right before the pandemic. And the reason he wants to fight me is because these videos I made 3 years ago, where I actually went into the history of Charles and Ethereum, even Charles with Gavin Wood.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. You dug around a little bit. I
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah, and he didn't like what I pulled up. And I even found out from a guy close to another guy that created Ethereum that Charles Hoskinson, when he was kicked out of Ethereum, they did it like a survivor vote.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh
literally.
Nice. That's
And
kind of mean.
Well, no, Charles Hoskinson's a pompous asshole. Like, he deserved... I can totally understand why they wanted him out, because he just doesn't work good with people. That's why he's been kicked out of all the projects. But yeah, I was supposed to fight him 2 years ago.
You know what? I'm rooting for you, Chico. I think you still should do it.
Oh, I would kick his ass. I would kick him up and down the court.
We don't need a fight, you guys. Too much going on in the world.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. So, a PK asked, Chico, did you hear Revest partnership with Pocket? Big alpha drop from the CEO of Revest, Rob M. I love Rob, and I love Revest, and I like Pocket Network, so yeah, I'm super excited about that, no doubt. Chris A, CFG. That's all. CFG. I do like me some CFG too. Actually, CFG, Centrifuge, is working with Polkadot as well. Have you heard much about them, RiRi?
I honestly, that's another one on my list. I have probably right now, I have Ocean, EWT, and Centrifuge that I'd like to look into as kind of my top three right now. So I haven't dug in there yet. But
you should actually. I know the founders of Centrifuge. You should have them on the channel. Lucas, some of their marketing people, Kate. They're amazing. Like, when I was at a conference here recently, you know, they let me sit at their booth. Because I needed a place to like do work and do a live stream from. So they literally like, here, just take this. You know, we can go.
They said you can sit with us, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. It was amazing. It was because I didn't have any place, you know, where I could do it with enough room to set up my laptop, my mic and everything. But they had this big old table and they're like, just take it, Tyler.
Oh, that's so nice. Thanks, Centrifuge.
Yeah, they're amazing. And there may be some cool stuff coming with Chico and Centrifuge here soon. I actually have a conversation to possibly do some work for them. So we'll see.
Cool.
Yeah, Tyler joining the Centrifuge team. Uh-oh. Yeah. Oh, Centrifuge is actually coming on Tess's channel in spring. Tess just said.
I didn't know that. I know we always laugh because hi Tess. But we always laugh because we're like, who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? But yeah, we tend to pop on each other's episodes every now and then too, which is fun.
And she said, RiRi joined me in the interview.
Yeah, heck yeah, girl. I'll join you anytime.
That would be good.
Tess is my girl, Tess and Steph.
I hope you're talking to Lucas Vogelstang. I think that's his last name. But he's a founder, and he's such a cool guy. I interviewed him in New York. And, yeah, probably one of the easiest interviews I've ever had.
Oh, I love that. That's awesome. Well, yeah, that's awesome then. We'll see him on Tess Talks. That's Tess's YouTube.
So, and you know what's funny, too, is we recorded, it was like a 20-minute interview, 25-minute interview, and I didn't have anyone there with me, so I couldn't check if my camera was working. The camera turned off like 1 minute into it. And we spoke the whole time. Yeah, so we had to re-record the whole thing. And he didn't care.
These are the struggles. These are the struggles, I tell ya.
Yeah, and he didn't care. He was just like, oh, no worries. No worries whatsoever.
Oh my gosh, that's frustrating.
So yeah, we will take a few more questions from you guys, and then I'm sure RiRi has some things to do. We've been on for a good over hour. She's been on for a good over hour. I've been on close to 2.
I'm having fun.
Oh, and it is Lucas coming on the channel for Tess. Heck yeah.
Oh, okay, perfect.
So, okay, that's a good question, Bart. What are your favorite crypto projects outside of DOT or in Kusama?
I mean, honestly, Chico and I kind of talked about this too the other day. I'm a very focused person, so I do like to branch off a little bit. I mean, I've kind of dabbled in, like I said, some Bitcoin. I've looked into Ethereum, but ultimately, like, I can't, and especially as somebody that's not been in crypto for like 5, 6, 7 years. I can't dabble in everything and just be okay at everything. So I'd rather be really good and be really good at understanding less projects, but really understand them better. And then once I feel comfortable with that, branch off. So I couldn't like say what my absolute favorite project is outside of DOT, really, as DOT is my focus right now. But I'd love to, I'm always open to ideas, and when I feel like I really have nailed down what I love to do in DOT, maybe I'll look into other things. But for now, this is me.
Well, the DOT ecosystem is only going to grow, so you might have your hands full with DOT alone.
I'll be juggling for sure. Yeah.
But one thing I recommended to RiRi, and she's already kind of doing it with her Twitch channel, I told her to focus on play to earn gaming. I think, starting a YouTube channel focused around that, your Twitch channel, of course, focused around that, is really going to be a big opportunity in this space, because play to earn is the future of gaming, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm really excited. And there's honestly there's not that many people really doing that. Like, and it's fun. It's going to be a good time. So, but I think it is the future of gaming. I mean, honestly, I think I was talking to somebody about this the other day, but just, why would you game regularly if you can game play to earn in the metaverse? Like, it's just like one is just infinitely better than the other to me.
Exactly. Because, I mean, gaming, I've seen this. The future of gaming is free. I mean, the future of gaming right now is free. Like, a lot of games right now are releasing free versions, Call of Duty, Halo. They're coming out as free. Eventually the next evolution is not free. We actually start paying you to play our game. Because there's opportunities within these games for advertisements, for other revenue streams. So play to earn is, eventually the earning isn't going to be through just one centralized entity. It's going to be through...
Actually, somebody did describe to me, or not describe to me, but I think it was on somebody's YouTuber article or something the other day, and they were describing play to earn. And see, this is where the misinformation happens, but they were describing play to earn as just the money you could make, or the tokens you could make off of selling your NFT once you've had it for a while. And that was all of play to earn. No. And I was just thinking, like, and these are articles put out there to the public. So like, it's just really, researching is so important, because that just goes into, the NFT thing having utility, and we're seeing just a bunch of misinformation. So, but yeah, it's going to be big, I think. And play to earn is a lot more than just your NFT, you guys.
Like a lot more.
Yeah.
One of the things I'm excited about with the metaverse and the concepts coming is, be people able to wager on matches. Create outside bets between a person, because people, even Kraken CEO is like, you want to trade P2P. Well, there's going to be the ability for you to hold your wallet within the metaverse and make a transaction with another player. And that transaction could be, a bet on, this battle between two people in Moonsama, in fighting rings when people are betting the money, that is going to come to the metaverse. That's one of the more exciting earning potentials.
Heck yeah, there's going to be all sorts of gambling and betting, and people are going to be rallying around. It's kind of nice that your character gets hurt instead of you physically, though.
Yes, yeah. Well, actually, so have you ever played virtual reality?
I have, yes, yeah.
So they have now haptic vests, which are like vests that you put on, and based on the inputs of the game, so if you got like stabbed by a sword in Moonsama, the vest would like kind of give you a little shock right there.
No, I don't like that. Actually, I did do a VR experience once. We were in a gaming studio, but it wasn't that dramatic. Like, I think there was mice that ran by my feet, and it kind of felt like squiggly, but that was like about
That's a little freaky.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a big
I don't want
fan
to.
of
I don't want a
knives.
knife in my stomach. So
No, it's not like you just feel it. You know, it gives you a little pressure. You know.
enough to make you jump.
Yeah,
anyways.
enough to make you jump. I actually have a VR headset right here. I got into it for a little bit, but haven't had time to play it. I did it on the channel. I played like the zombie fighting game. People like that.
Yeah, totally. People like to watch people game.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Here's a good question from Eric Duran. Chico or RiRi, you're interested in joining the Pocket team or supporting Pocket nodes? So, I'm of course interested in Pocket Network. I'm one of the first YouTubers to ever cover it. But have you heard of Pocket Network, RiRi?
No, I haven't really. I don't know much about Pocket Network.
This is one. This is one if you want to look outside, and this can be considered within the DOT ecosystem because I'm sure they're going to be integrating with DOT here soon. So, basically, for blockchains to communicate or applications to communicate with blockchains, they need to go through what's called an RPC node, and it's basically a way for to get data from the blockchain. As of right now, most blockchains have centralized RPC servers, and Pocket Network is a decentralized network of these RPC nodes. Okay. So basically, if Infura or a couple of these other RPC services go down, basically whole blockchain ecosystems go down and all the dApps cease to function. Pocket Network never goes down.
Oh, good job, Pocket Network.
Yeah, so I'm always interested in joining, ecosystems and teams, and I'm sure, RiRi would too. And yeah, if you ever want to branch out, there's one team I would recommend, Pocket.
That's good to know.
Mm-hmm. Like, I knew a long time ago. I started covering them in 2020, 2019. I knew they were going to be massive, and that's happened. Yeah. So, Goku Pan has actually tipped just $5 and didn't say anything. Thank you. Oh. And you guys, too, I am going to be splitting the tips for the stream with RiRi.
You don't have to do that.
Oh, no, I have to. It's of course. So if you guys have, any more tips or questions, get them out now because we're probably only going to be on for another 5 minutes or so. And just a lot of people saying...
like, I'm not going to say this.
No, just a lot of people saying you're awesome, you're beautiful.
Oh, that's so nice, everybody. Thank you. I appreciate you so much.
Okay, now Gukal, who posted $5 without a question, now has a question. Hey, Chico and RiRi, hope you're doing well. We are. Thank you so much. Thoughts on Solend? SLND. Well, I don't know what that project is. Do you?
Pull it up. Pull it up.
Yeah, we're pulling it up. Is this built on Solana? Yeah, I knew it. I knew it was. I'm not a big fan of Solana. I would like to ask Gavin Wood his thoughts on Solana, because I'm sure they're like mine.
Gavin Wood, send us a DM. We'd like to know your thoughts on Solana.
Yes, please. Well, this is interesting, actually, because it is a DeFi project on Solana. Most of the stuff built on Solana is just bullcrap NFT projects, like not even games yet, like I've been saying. A lot of these people are doing just money grabs, in my opinion. So this is interesting, because there's already 965 million supplied. TVL, that's not bad. I like it. I don't like Solana, personally, but I like it because it is a DeFi project on Solana, and there's not many. Yeah. So, you have any thoughts?
No, not really. Honestly, I'm kind of in the same boat as you. I'm not a huge Solana girl.
Yeah, Solana's too centralized for me. And that's what freaks me out even about a DeFi project is we've seen the centralized aspects of Solana. They go down when a DDoS attack hits them, And if they go down and you have, a position in DeFi that is time sensitive, you're screwed, you know? So, yeah, not a big fan of that. Theta Mooned Me asks, any insight on Cross Wallet or the VC incubator Bluezilla?
Bluezilla.
Yeah, I've heard of Bluezilla, and there's been actually some FUD going around with them. Supposedly, Supoman is shilling the crap out of them.
Sorry, who is?
Supoman? Do you know who Supoman is?
Why don't I know who Supoman is? Am I crazy?
Oh, man. So, we gotta pull this up. Chico. I don't think I got sued by this guy, so...
I don't think I did.
Yeah, I've made fun of him before. See, here's me and Crypto Deathmatch with me and Supoman. I hate it. He was...
You have so many battles in the works, Chico.
I used to be a very controversial YouTuber. I used to go after people. And
don't come after me.
I won't, don't worry. This was the reason I started my YouTube channel, this guy. He was the #1 crypto YouTuber, and I was like, are you kidding me?
And you're like, I'm going to be the #1 crypto YouTuber.
Yes, Chico Crypto, the Digibyte community.
This is where I make fun of CZ. I used to do a character, RiRi.
Digibyte founder Jared Tate have been dealing with Binance.
Oh, I
Angel.
saw your commercial, actually. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I was howling.
I used to do a character. So here's where I make fun of Supoman.
Hear about some information circling about the death of Bull Run 2017 YouTubers. On to our next death of bull market crypto YouTubers, Supoman. Yes, your superhero of cryptocurrency is dying a bit slower death because he does have a personality unlike Shalina. But he did promote to his community a bunch of scam ICOs, which lost them a ton of money. His stats show only one.
Yeah, so I go through. He actually used to be a Minecraft YouTuber too.
No way, Supoman.
Yeah, and he used to make fun of like other Minecraft YouTubers. That's how he got his like original following, like this hella young girl.
Oh, yeah, come on.
He's a piece of crap.
Hey, maybe I'll be honored enough to be dissed on his channel.
Well, he died. His original channel, he didn't die. Like
okay. don't do that to me.
No, his channel died.
I was like, oh my god.
He disappeared in 2018, 2019. Like, he couldn't survive the bear market.
Okay.
His following just crashed and everything. But he's back.
Okay.
Yeah,
different type of death.
Yeah, before he left, he had like 500,000 subscribers. His new channel has only 110. But he is getting... He is getting good views here lately. And I can't believe people are falling for it again. He's doing the same thing. And this Bluezilla, actually this incubator, this is how I started talking to him. He shills a lot of their scam projects that come out.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm so in my little world. I don't even, I mean, like, I definitely reach out to see who else I can learn from. But I don't follow any of the like little political stuff, so this is interesting to me.
Yeah, no, I'll get you involved with this. Don't worry. I stay in tune with almost everything in the crypto markets.
Yeah, do you ever?
Yeah. David B. Burnett asked, do I still hold Ohm? If yes, would you buy more? I do still hold half my Ohm. I did sell out before, not before the big crash, but halfway through. Sold out at about $500. So I do hold half of it still, and if yes, would I buy more? It depends on what happens with the Ohm-backed bonds coming out. I am really bullish on that use case. I just want to see when it's going to deploy. So this is actually a question for you, RiRi. What are your thoughts on Rome?
Rome, yeah, of course. So Rome is actually a topic of conversation quite a bit right now because I am on a show called the Rome Forum, and that is with Panopticus and Tess and my friend Adam Sniper. So basically, yeah, it's a newer project for me. I'm really enjoying it. I know there was a little bit of, or quite a bit of, drama around the whole time thing and that kind of had some play in things. But the cool thing that Rome is doing different is they're going gamification. So they're really building something right now. And they're not building something small. They're building something huge. So they are building a game with what they've said to potentially have like 500,000 people join within a year's time. So it is different. And I think when you add more use case and more value, that's a good thing. Yeah, so I'm holding Rome right now. And yeah, we're chatting to all the different houses. So the governance system runs with different houses. There's quite a few different ones there. I'm part of something called House of Moonsama, which I'm sure you could guess that right off the bat.
Where that house is from?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I'm excited to see where it goes. I like it so far, but yeah, I mean, you got to kind of decide for yourself. I'm bullish about the gamification part. That's where I'm bullish about it.
Yeah, no, I hold 3 Ohm forks. I hold Ohm, of course. I still hold my Climate to answer your question, the rest of your question, PK. Climate Infinity just came out, and their flagship partner is going to be announced within the next week and a half. Sounds pretty big to me, and of course, it helped the price. So I hold Rome, Ohm, and Climate. And now, finally, last question. Oh, dang it. We got another tip. So, last 2 questions.
Dang it.
Chico and RiRi, do either of you have experience or thoughts about BitCountry? Thanks. Thank you for the question, Colin. I don't have any experience with BitCountry. What about you, RiRi?
I don't have experience, but I did talk to Shannon Christie from BitCountry. So he was my last YouTube video, actually, my last interview.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
How was it?
It was really cool, actually. And Shannon's a really nice guy. He's super fun to talk to. I'm going to have him back on kind of once they reach their next developments. But yeah, it sounds like a really cool project. That was the first time that I really understood it or dove into it. It wasn't something that I was part of prior to speaking with Shannon. So, but yeah, I mean, it sounds really cool. It really allows you to build your own experience and your own metaverse, which is really, really neat. And I mean, Ray Liu is quite a community guy. It sounds like he's a fun person to work with and work for, and quite intelligent. So I mean, yeah, it's new to me, so I can't say like an extraordinary amount about it. But I did have a chat with Shannon. So yeah, there it is.
Yep, there it is. You guys, here, let me. Oops. Clicking around. I'll post this if
so many of them are getting.
You want to learn more? Colin. Where's baseline show? All right, and now we got Scotty P too. Oh, never mind. Scotty P just wanted to let everyone know that he closed in on his motorhome and he's practicing a getaway next week. Yeah, Scotty P just actually bought a really nice motorhome, and he's going to be taking a 5-year road trip.
A 5-year road trip?
Yeah.
Wow, Scotty P. Doing it right.
Crazy.
5-year vacation.
And there is the interview, Colin. And finally, Joel. Hey, Joel. I think it's Joel. Chico and RiRi, in case you don't already know, Pocket is actually working on an NFT project, Pocket Rocket NFT. Great utility, airdrops, and a metaverse aspect. Ooh. I didn't know that. Well, I did know it, but I didn't know about the metaverse.
Are you going to say that fast 3 times?
No. I couldn't. Pocket rocket.
Pocket
rocket, probably NFT. Interesting. Yeah, no, I'm gonna get involved, my brother, my pollos. Actually, and an interesting thing too about Joel, he actually won a competition from a crypto project I covered, and he won a Tesla from him.
What?
Yeah.
You won a Tesla?
Yeah, he won a Tesla. I covered, they're doing a giveaway, and I covered, the giveaway in my stream, and one of my members won the Tesla.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
I don't win very many things, so that would be, actually I won a cake once at a cakewalk when I was very young, but that was about it.
Let's see if I can find it actually really quick. Probably not. It's not that long ago he won it.
That's huge. Like, wow, I would lose it.
Yeah, he was pretty excited. And I was excited, because, I mean, that's my goal, you know, with the channel, is to introduce people to awesome projects, and then these awesome projects to hopefully, you know, pay out in some way or form.
Yeah, think about all the places you and Hank could go in your Tesla.
I know. Oh, he's tweeting a lot about Pocket Pool. I don't know if I'm going to find it. It was a month or two ago.
You're a fast scroller, I do have to say that.
I got fast. Oh, there we go.
Oh my gosh, it's even a cool one.
Yeah, it's got their like logo on it and everything.
Wow, nice job.
Yeah.
Who was this that won it?
Yeah, it was the guy who tipped.
Wow, I'm proud of you, friend. Good for you.
I know, I was excited about that too. And then Christopher Emmons. Hey there, love your channel. Great live session. Thanks, Christopher. I'm glad to have RiRi on and get a different perspective to the crypto universe besides myself. Would like to have a sponsored segment on your video. Hurrah for Scotty P. Well, Christopher, if you are interested in doing a sponsorship on Chico, you can send an email to thechicocrypto@gmail.com. Link for that, or the email address, is in the description of every single one of my videos. And yeah, we can get it handled and possibly worked out. All right, well, I think that is it for the stream, you guys. And again, RiRi, I appreciate you being on and playing, of course, Moonsama with me. Well, not playing, showing. We're going to play on Sunday. Are you going to be there on Sunday?
We're going to play on Sunday. I'm there every Sunday. Rain or shine, I will be there.
Well, I hope a lot of the viewers are as well. If you guys want to play with us on Sunday, make sure, you know, you get yourself a VIP ticket, or you get yourself a Moonsama. But, of course, you know, I think the floor for those are about $30,000 right now or something.
For the Moonsama, VIP tickets are a little bit of an easier entry. But, I mean, we're kind of lucky with our Moonsamas, too, because we're going to get 2 airdropped Exosamas, so...
Yeah. Oh, and then
nice.
you guys, too, I want to drop the links in the chat, because we do still have nearly 800 people on the stream right now. So if every single one of you subscribe to RiRi, her Twitch, her YouTube, and her Twitter, you would grow her following. So please do that, you guys. She would appreciate it so much. And
thank you,
I would
friends.
as well. So there's her Twitch. There's her Twitter. Again, you guys, look in the comments, subscribe. We would be much appreciative.
Chico, this was so fun. I really appreciate you having me. This was a good time, and you're so much fun to talk to. It's fun going from watching your shows comfy on my couch at home to being
on here.
Yeah.
See, you never know what could happen, you guys. You know, start a YouTube channel, and it's possible. Yeah, come on the stream with Chico.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, one last question, and this is for me. Felipe Leon. Tyler, thoughts on TrueBit Protocol? RiRi, you are awesome. Thank you. Yeah, thanks, Felipe. I love TrueBit. Of course, there's some things going on with Dogecoin and TrueBit. TrueBit's building the bridge back to Ethereum, so I'm extremely excited about that. And of course, we know Dogecoin is moving to proof of stake, so it's obviously ETH2 and TrueBit are going to be working together along with Dogecoin. So appreciate that tip, Felipe, and question, man. All right, guys. Again, the links for RiRi's channel, I've posted them in the description. They are in the comments. You guys, give her a follow. Sunday, we're going to be doing Moonsama. And once again, RiRi, I appreciate you being on the channel.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate being here so much. So this is a great time.
No problem. All right, everybody. Have a good rest of your morning, afternoon, evening. And I'll see you guys on Monday. Peace.